AITA. For walking out on a blind date my friend set up 2 weeks after my husband died. I just really need some clarity on this situation. I 23F lost my husband 25 weeks ago to a car accident. He was the love of my life and I'm still not used to waking up without him every day. We have big plans for our future and it all came crashing down in a heartbeat. We met on his uncle's farm. He was a farm hand and it was love at first sight for me. I'm also 4 months pregnant but I haven't told anyone. I was planning on telling my friend when I was feeling better. My best friend Lee 24F has been my shoulder to cry on during this time. She helped me with his funeral and anything else I needed as MNC with my bio family story for another time. She is currently dating Barry 24M. They usually hang out in a trio with Liam 24M. When I first met Liam he hit on me hard, tried everything as in would try and compare himself with my husband, say weird things like our kids would be cuter than if you had kids with my husband. He's also made weird comments like I need a city boy and would motion himself. When I'm a country girl through and through, I typically would shut him down or ignore him but I would always get dirty looks from Barry. Skip to Sunday night, I got a message from Lee begging me to come to dinner with her because she wanted to treat me as I had been through a lot in the last couple of weeks. Feeling not so shit about myself I decided to go. When I arrived she wasn't there so I texted her asking how long she would be and she told me 5 minutes. She's just running late and is around the corner so I sat down and ordered a drink. Now 5 minutes comes and she's still not there so I gave her the benefit of the doubt and waited another 5. When I'm about call her Liam comes rushing over and gives his apologies for being late. I asked him what's he doing here because I'm waiting for Lee. And it was a 2-chair table. He smiles at me and grabs my hand. I ripped it off of him and he just says, "Oh, I asked Lee to set us up now that husband's name isn't a problem. We can finally get to know each other." He looked so cringy and I'm telling you I was floored. I stood up and told him that I wasn't interested and I certainly don't give a flying fug about getting to know him and that I just lost my husband. Without a word of a lie this man stands up and said, "I know you're being overly emotional right now so I'll forgive you for that. Sit down with me. I'm not saying we have to have sex straight away or anything." I was disgusted. I shoved past him and went home as fast as I could. When I did get home Lee messaged me, "Sue, how was dinner?" with a smirk emoji. I called her and when she answered I didn't let her get a word and I yelled at her, asked her how she has the audacity to do something like this weeks after I just lost my husband when she's been the one to hold me together this whole time. I asked her what fucking game was she playing and that the only reason I wanted to meet tonight with her was to tell her I'm pregnant. I just hung up on her and texted her I need time and don't want to be contacted by her for the time being. Last night Barry came to my house and asked to talk. I said no and that if he didn't leave I'd call the police. He told me that I broke Lee's heart and that I deeply hurt Liam. When now is an even better time to get to know Liam because he could raise my child with me. I opened my door which Barry took as I wanted to talk. Instead I hit him with my shoes and chased him to his car screaming. I'm actually embarrassed I did that. All day today I'm being flooded with messages from friends and the trio themselves shaming me for pushing the people who care about me the most away and that they don't even recognize the person I've become. The only thing that hurts me most is that my husband would know what to do. He would tell me how to fix it and now I have no one who I can talk to. I'm just so numb inside. I have a therapy appointment tomorrow but I'm thinking of calling my husband's mum even though we've barely spoken since the funeral. Any advice is appreciated. Please exude any typos. I'm just so exhausted. Update. Hello all and thank you. I just wanted to start off with I called my Mill Louise. After making the post I thought that I needed to tell her about baby because just like some of you said, she is overjoyed about the news. She didn't answer my call but instead drove straight over to my house. I honestly didn't know what to say to her but we just hugged and cried all night. I didn't have the best delivery about how I am pregnant probably due to all the crying but she just light up and was so happy. It's the first time I've seen her be this happy in all the time I've known her so at least I have some support. My Phil came over when he finished work after Mill told him he needed to come to my house and he was too overjoyed about becoming a pop. Louise offered to have the baby and I move in and I agreed. She said that I can sleep in my husband's old room which was a little bittersweet. When I told her what was going on with Lee, Liam, and Barry she was furious and told me not to worry about it because they, Mill and Phil, have my back. After a lot of even more crying Phil told me that my husband would be so happy to have this baby grow up on a farm like my husband did. Overall our conversations last night was something I needed. Now I'm just going to answer some comments. 1. No, this isn't fake and if you choose to believe that then that's fine but don't be dragging my husband when you don't even know him. Liam didn't kill my husband, it was a car accident and my husband died on impact. Nothing crazy went on, it's just awful but is as simply as that. 2. Lee was my friend for a long time. She was genuinely there for me when I went NC with my parents, and I thought she was a decent friend. Now knowing the truth, there is many things I can think of that she did that are red flags. Personally, I think I ignored them because I have never been close to anyone like that other than my husband. 3. Liam is a loser, and from my chat with Barry I learned that he's always had feelings for me and he's never given up because apparently he's my type? He isn't and never will be. 4. Yes, I ordered a drink. I didn't think I needed to disclose that I ordered a lemonade. It was simply a soda, nothing wild. I know I'm pregnant and I'd never do anything silly. 5. I'm not magically pregnant. My husband and I both wanted children young and were trying for about a year. We just didn't disclose that we were trying because my husband and I think it's weird telling people, oh, we're having sex an extra amount. I don't know, but my husband and I are very private people and kept a lot of it that way. And as for the trio, I've blocked them. None of my family are reaching out because they simply don't know me anymore. The only friends who are reaching out are mutuals of either Lee, Barry, and one of Liam's other friends. I was confused on if I was an a-hole because I just left Liam standing there and yelled at Lee. I was so upset. I was confused on the entire thing. But thank you all, and I will update on what happens because I know Liam will not give up until he's in jail. I seriously hope it doesn't come to that, but the fact he drove past my house twice is uneasy, so I'm hopeful the move to husband's parents' farm will have my baby and myself on a better path.